There is a moment in every person's life when they finally understand that calmness is not weakness, nor is it passivity. It is not stepping back from life. It is not surrendering your power. Calmness, when understood correctly, is one of the most powerful energetic states you can access. It is the point where your inner world becomes coherent enough for the outer world to realign itself around your intention. It is the space where creation begins. When you learn to stay calm and let the universe deliver what you deserve, you are no longer reacting to life. You are shaping it. Calmness is a signal, a frequency, an energetic instruction that communicates to the universe that you trust the process of becoming, that you trust the intelligence that governs all things, that you are no longer trying to control, force, or manipulate outcomes from a state of lack or fear. Instead, you are aligning with what already belongs to you energetically. When you embody calmness, you are sending a message that says, I am already connected to the outcome. I am not separate from what I desire. I am in harmony with it. And the moment your inner world reflects that coherence, the external world can finally respond. This is where transformation begins. Not when you push, but when you allow. There is a powerful relationship between your emotional state and the electromagnetic field you're broadcasting into the world. Your thoughts create electrical signals. Your emotions create magnetic fields. Together, they form the frequency that determines what you attract and what you repel. When your mind is scattered, anxious, or filled with doubt, your field becomes incoherent. It sends mixed instructions into the quantum field. It essentially says, I want this, but I don't believe it will happen. Or, I'm trying to create this, but I'm afraid it won't come. And so, the universe receives confused signals. But when you are calm, centered, and emotionally still, everything begins to synchronize. Your brain and heart enter coherence. The two most powerful oscillators in your body start communicating in harmony, amplifying your signal into the field. Instead of noise, you send clarity. Instead of tension, you send alignment. Instead of fear, you send trust. Is why calmness is not passive, it is creative. When your brain and your heart become coherent, your energy expands. Your electromagnetic field grows stronger. You influence the environment around you in ways you cannot see with your physical eyes, but can deeply feel. And what begins as an inner shift soon becomes an outer rearrangement. Calmness is the place where the mind stops fighting. It is the moment where urgency dissolves and doubt no longer has a place to stand. You are no longer trying to survive your life. You are participating in its creation. Think about how much of your energy gets wasted when you are in a state of urgency. Urgency is a message that says, I need this now because I don't believe it will come later. Urgency sends a signal of lack, of fear, of unworthiness. It tells the universe, you are not ready, you are not trusting, and you are not in alignment with the very thing you are asking for. Calmness, on the other hand, is a declaration of faith. When you are calm, your body enters a state of physiological balance. Stress hormones lower. The survival centers in your brain quiet down. Creativity increases. Opens. You shift from a narrow focus where all you see is the problem to an expanded awareness where solutions become visible. Calmness is not merely an emotional preference. It is a biological advantage. It changes your chemistry, which changes your energy, which changes your reality. This is why calmness is the gateway to receiving. The moment you let go of the tension, the moment you stop forcing outcomes, the moment you stop mentally rehearsing fear-based scenarios, that is the moment the universe can finally deliver what has been trying to reach you. Imagine holding something tightly in your hand. Your fist is clenched. Your muscles tense, your energy contracted. Nothing can be placed in that hand as long as it is closed. But the moment you release the tension, the moment you open your palm, you create space for something new to be placed there. Is the energetic truth of calmness. Surrender is not losing control. It is releasing resistance. It is creating space for the new to arrive. When you surrender your urgency and your doubt, you create a vacuum that the universe naturally fills with possibility. This is why the calmest people often appear to manifest effortlessly. It isn't luck. It isn't coincidence. They are simply not blocking the flow with nervousness, fear, or overthinking. They are open enough, aligned enough, and trusting enough to receive what is already on its way. Calmness shifts you into a new dimension of awareness. You begin to see that life is not happening to you. It is responding to you. You stop reacting from old emotional patterns and start responding from a place of conscious creation. You stop chasing and start attracting. You stop doubting and start allowing. The entire universe is built on frequencies, and calmness is one of the highest frequencies of all. It is the frequency of alignment. It is the frequency of receptivity. It is the frequency of knowing that you are guided, supported, and deeply connected to what you deserve. When you are calm, you access creative intelligence. You feel the difference between acting from Fei, AR, and acting from clarity. You begin to notice the subtle signs the universe sends. The synchronicities, the intuitive nudges, the ideas that arrive out of nowhere. These signs are invisible when you are in stress, but they become obvious the moment you relax. Calmness is the doorway to intuition. When your nervous system is balanced, when your emotional state is stable, when your mind is quiet enough to listen rather than react, you become a receiver for higher guidance. You begin to experience life from a place of flow rather than friction. You begin to sense what is right for you without overthinking. You begin to trust the impulses that come from your higher self rather than the fears that come from your past. This is emotional stillness, the space where wisdom rises. People often confuse calmness with inaction. They think calmness makes them indifferent. They think it means you don't care about your desires. They think calmness is surrendering your dreams. But calmness is the exact opposite. Calmness is the recognition that your desires already exist in the quantum field. They are not ahead of you. They are not separate from you. They are waiting for you to match the required state of being. You don't receive what you want because you force it into existence. You receive it because you become the person who is aligned with it. Calmness is the emotional signature of someone who is already connected to the outcome. You don't need to beg the universe. You don't need to prove you are worthy. You don't need to fight your way into your future. You need to align. The calm person is not inactive. They are energetically precise. They know that controlling the outer world is impossible. But controlling their inner world is deeply achievable. They understand that the outer world is simply a mirror of the energy they emit. And so they choose their state first. They choose calmness, not because it is easy, but because it is intelligent. You cannot create a beautiful life from a stressed mind. You cannot manifest abundance from a fearful heart. You cannot build a new reality while holding on to the emotions of the old one. Calmness dissolves old emotional patterns. It disrupts the autopilot of worry, fear, and doubt. It breaks the cycle of reacting to life the same way you always have. This is why calmness is transformative, because it is the doorway to a new emotional identity. And your emotional identity is the foundation of everything you attract. When you stay calm, you become aware of your power. You realize that your thoughts are not random. Your emotions are not accidents. Your energy is not insignificant. You see that everything you project is a form of communication with the quantum field. Calmness is the message that says, I am ready, I am aligned, I am available for what is meant for me. And it is only from this state that the universe can deliver what you deserve. Remember, the universe does not respond to your words. It responds to your energy. You can say you trust, but if your body is filled with tension, the message is contradictory. You can say you are ready, but if your emotions are anchored in fear, the field receives a different instruction. Calmness removes all contradiction. It makes your desire and your emotional state match. It brings your thoughts and feelings into harmony. It creates coherence, and the universe responds to coherence with remarkable precision. This is why the moment you become calm, situations start shifting. People appear, opportunities open, solutions arise, the path clears. Life reorganizes itself around your new frequency. You didn't force it, you didn't chase it, you simply aligned with it. And because of that, it could finally come. So stay calm, stay open, stay aligned, release the urgency. It keeps you out of the present moment. Release the doubt that disconnects you from what is already yours. Release the fear that blocks the flow of receiving. Calmness is not the absence of action. It is the presence of alignment. When you choose calmness, you choose to work with the universe, not against it. You choose clarity over chaos, trust over fear, coherence over confusion. You choose to live in a state where what you deserve can finally reach you. And the universe always responds to the person who is emotionally ready to receive. Stay calm, stay open, and allow the universe to bring what already belongs to you energetically. When you finally understand that calmness is not passive, but a powerful signal that aligns you with what already belongs to you energetically, you naturally come to the next realization. The more you try to force life, the more it resists you. And the moment you stop pushing, stop gripping, stop controlling, life begins to move in your favor. What calmness opens, surrender accelerates. The truth is that many people have been conditioned to believe that effort alone creates results, that pushing harder makes things flow, that controlling every detail leads to success. But the universe does not respond to force. It responds to frequency. And forcing is the energy of fear, scarcity, and survival. When you try to force an outcome, your body tightens, your breath shortens, your mind races, your nervous system shifts into contraction. The energy field around your body becomes chaotic, narrow, and incoherent. In that state, you cannot receive clear guidance. You cannot see new opportunities, and you cannot access the field of infinite possibilities that surrounds you at every moment. Forcing is the emotional signature of a person who believes they are separate from what they desire. You cannot force what is already yours. You can only align with it. This is why forcing always feels hard, because you're working against the natural flow of life, not with it. When you look closely at the moments in your life when things felt stuck, heavy, and difficult, you will almost always find the same pattern underneath: resistance. And resistance is not just a mental habit. It is a physiological state. It shows up in your body long before you notice it in your mind. Your shoulders tighten, your jaw clenches, your stomach contracts, your heartbeat becomes irregular, your chest feels closed. Your energy field reflects this contraction. Instead of radiating outward, your energy pulls inward. It collapses, it tightens. It becomes the frequency of limitation. And in that state, no matter how much you push, how much you think, or how much you worry, nothing flows. Resistance is the opposite of creation. Forcing outcomes is a survival response, not a creative one. Survival is about controlling the external world to feel safe. Creativity is about aligning the internal world so the external world reorganizes around you. In survival, you try to push the river. In creation, you learn to flow with it. When your nervous system is in stress, your body believes you are under threat. It doesn't matter if the threat is a real danger or simply your fear of the future. The chemistry is the same. In this state, the brain becomes incoherent, the heart becomes dysregulated, and intuition becomes silenced. There's no space for synchronicity because your energy is closed. Forcing is what you do when you don't trust. You force because you fear things won't happen unless you make them happen. You force because you secretly believe you're alone. You force because you think your timing is better than the universe's. You force because your mind is living in the old story. The story where you have to struggle to receive. But life is not moved by pressure. It is moved by openness. When you finally let go, when you stop gripping outcomes so tightly, when you allow space to return into your energy, something extraordinary begins to happen. Life starts sending you possibilities you could not have created through force. Letting go is not giving up. Letting go is giving the universe room to work. Synchronicity is the language of alignment. It is how the field communicates with you when you are open enough to listen and relaxed enough to receive. Synchronicities cannot find you when you're tense, stressed, or energetically contracted. They arise when your nervous system moves from survival into trust. The moment trust enters your body, your energy starts expanding again. Your chest feels lighter, your breath deepens, your awareness widens, your brain and heart begin to synchronize, and you shift from reaction into intuition. This is where flow begins. Not because life suddenly becomes easier, but because you stop blocking what was always meant for you. Life flows when you flow. When you stop forcing outcomes, you create emotional spaciousness. Spaciousness is what allows new opportunities to emerge. Just as water cannot fill a container that is already clenched shut, life cannot deliver what is yours until you open. Think of a river. It doesn't push. It doesn't force itself around rocks. It doesn't panic when it encounters a bend in its path. It simply moves, flows, adapts, and continues. Its power is not in rigidity. It is in fluidity. Water is soft, but it shapes canyons. It is gentle, but it carries immense force. It flows because it doesn't resist. When you learn to embody that fluidity, you stop fighting reality and start moving with it. You learn the difference between inspired action and desperate action. Desperate action comes from fear, from the belief that if you don't act now, everything will fall apart. Inspired action comes from alignment, from the knowing that the right step will reveal itself at the right moment. Desperate action feels heavy, chaotic, forced. Inspired action feels clear, empowering, effortless. Desperate action drains you. Inspired action energizes you. Desperate action is noise. Inspired action is signal. And the only thing that shifts you from desperate action into inspired action is your state of being. When your energy relaxes, your nervous system resets. When your nervous system shifts into trust, the world around you responds. Life begins to organize itself in ways you cannot predict or control. The people you need appear. The resources flow. The ideas come. The timing becomes perfect without you micromanaging the process. This is what happens when you stop forcing because you finally allow the universe to move. Flow is natural. Force is learned. Children don't force life. They play, they explore. They follow curiosity. They flow with what is in front of them. Adults, on the other hand, have learned to tighten, control, and panic. They have learned to distrust the unknown. But the unknown is where all possibilities exist. When you release the need to control the unknown, you open the door to a future that is greater than anything your old mind could imagine. The nervous system holds the key to this transition. When you shift from stress to ease, from contraction to openness, your entire energy field recalibrates. Your electromagnetic field expands. Your intuition strengthens. Your awareness sharpens. You begin to sense the rhythm of life rather than fight it. And in that rhythm, everything becomes easier. You begin noticing synchronicities. The right book at the right time, the unexpected conversation that opens a new door, the opportunity that appears out of nowhere. These are not accidents. They are confirmations that you have stopped forcing low, and enough for life to catch up with you. You see, forcing keeps you anchored in the past. Flow moves you into the future. Forcing keeps you repeating old emotional patterns. Flow allows you to embody new ones. Forcing keeps your identity small. Flow expands your identity into possibility. When you stop forcing, you stop broadcasting the vibration of fear. Fear says, I don't trust life. Fear says, I need to hold on because something might go wrong. Fear says, I must control everything because I don't feel safe. But when you hold that vibration, the universe cannot deliver what you desire because you are not in resonance with it. Trust is the gateway to flow. When you trust, your body relaxes. When your body relaxes, your energy opens. When your energy opens, you align with the field where all things become possible. This is why the people who receive the most are not the ones who push the hardest. They are the ones who align the deepest. The moment you release your grip, you give permission to life to move. Imagine trying to sail a boat by paddling against the wind, fighting the current and forcing every inch of movement. You expend massive energy and barely move. But when you shift your sails, when you stop fighting the wind and start working with it, the same wind that resisted you becomes the wind that carries you. The universe works the same way. The moment you stop pushing, the moment you stop fighting your path, the moment you surrender your resistance, life begins to guide you with precision. You start moving faster by doing less. You start receiving more by relaxing more. You start attracting what you used to chase. Everything begins moving in your favor. And not because life changed, but because you shifted. You became open. You became receptive. You became aligned. In that alignment, you entered the natural flow of life. Stop pushing against life. Stop gripping outcomes with fear. Stop believing force is the path to creation. When you relax your grip, the current of life finally has room to carry you. It has room to move circumstances, people, resources, and opportunities into your path with a grace you could never have achieved through force. Let the river flow. Let the timing unfold. Let the universe reorganize everything in your favor. Because when you stop forcing, life starts flowing exactly where you were always meant to go. When you finally stop forcing and allow life to flow in your favor, you begin to notice something profound. The more you relax into trust, the more the universe responds. And this naturally leads you to the deeper truth. Calmness doesn't just change your inner state, it transforms your energetic signature and turns you into a magnet for miracles. Calmness is not merely the absence of stress. Calmness is energy. Calmness is frequency. Calmness is coherence, and coherence is magnetic. When your body is calm, when your emotions are regulated, and when your mind is no longer projecting fear into the future, you enter a state that can be measured both scientifically and energetically. Your heart rhythm becomes more balanced. Your brain waves enter harmony. Your electromagnetic field strengthens and extends farther beyond your body. You begin to broadcast a signal that is organized, clear, and powerful. This is what most people don't understand. You are never just feeling an emotion. What you are broadcasting it. Every emotion is an electromagnetic instruction. Every emotion sends a message into the field around you. Every emotion shapes what you draw toward you or what you push away. Fear contracts your field. Stress distorts your signal. Worry scatters your energy. Thinking creates interference, but calmness, deep-centered embodied calmness, turns you into a transmitter of coherence. Coherence is what makes you magnetic. When scientists measure the electromagnetic field of the heart, they find that it is far more powerful than the field produced by the brain. The heart's field extends several feet beyond the body and influences both internal systems and external interactions. When someone is calm, the heart produces a smooth, coherent waveform. That coherence affects the brain's electrical patterns, synchronizing the two into a harmonious state. This is not mystical metaphor. This is measurable physiology. A coherent heart influences a coherent mind. A coherent mind influences a coherent energy field. A coherent energy field influences coherent outcomes. Your calmness becomes a signal that has structure, a signal the universe can respond to. Think of it this way. Incoherence creates static, while calmness creates a clear broadcast. You may be asking for abundance, love, clarity, or opportunity, but if your energy is chaotic, the signal you send is fragmented. The field cannot match chaos with clarity. But when you are calm, deeply calm, something extraordinary happens. Your energy becomes readable. It becomes distinct. It becomes a match for a higher level of possibility. Calmness is the bridge between intention and manifestation. In this state, you don't have to chase miracles. You don't have to beg for them. You don't have to force them into existence. You become the frequency that attracts them. Just as a magnet doesn't try to pull metal toward itself, it simply radiates a field. You do not chase outcomes when you are calm. You radiate a frequency that naturally draws the right people, opportunities, and synchronicities into your orbit. This is why the calmest people often appear the most lucky. This is why they receive what others chase. This is why things come to them with ease. It's not chance, it's coherence. Calmness creates the space for miracles to land. When the nervous system is dysregulated, when your body is in fight or flight, when survival emotions dominate, you are blocked from receiving. Your energy collapses inward. Your awareness narrows. Your intuition shuts down. The body's chemistry signals that the environment is dangerous, leaving no room for higher guidance or creative insight. But the moment you regulate your nervous system, the moment you breathe deeper, soften your body, and expand your awareness, your energy shifts instantly. The field around you reorganizes. Your intuition returns. Your perception widens. Your emotional state becomes spacious. And in that space, miracles can enter. Think of calmness as the open door through which synchronicity walks. Miracles cannot find you when you are in emotional survival. Synchronicities cannot land in a mind filled with noise. Guidance cannot rise in a body flooded with adrenaline. Opportunities cannot reach a person who is energetically shut. Calmness unblocks the channel. Calmness clears the interference. Calmness turns your entire being into a receiver. You begin to sense subtle signals. You feel guided towards certain choices. You notice signs, patterns, and intuitive pulls. You experience moments of perfect timing that seem impossible to create intentionally. This is not random. This is energetic alignment. Calmness aligns you with the realm of solutions. When the mind is quiet, when the heart is open, when the body is relaxed, you enter a state of expanded awareness. In this state, you have access to insight that is not available when you are stressed. Your intuitive intelligence, the intelligence that is older, deeper, and wiser than your analytical mind, becomes active. Calmness opens the intuitive channel. People think intuition is something mystical. They imagine it as a flash of clarity or a sudden inspiration. But intuition is always there. It is constant. The only reason you can't hear it is because stress is louder. Stress is a shout. Calmness is a whisper. Miracles often arrive quietly, not because they are timid, but because they match the frequency of calmness itself. Your energy of calm is not passive. It is directive. It instructs the field around you. It tells the universe, I am available. I am receptive. I am aligned. That is why miracles move toward you. Not because you demand them, but because your energy magnetizes them. Let's go deeper. Time you return to calmness, you stabilize your vibration. You stop oscillating between fear and hope, doubt and desire, impatience and intention. You become consistent in your signal, and consistency is the key to magnetism. A stable vibration attracts stable results. The calm person emits a field that feels safe to the universe, a field that can hold blessings without collapsing under them. When your inner world becomes steady, your outer world becomes responsive. You no longer confuse the field with mixed signals. You no longer send out fear-based energy while asking for love-based outcomes. You become energetically congruent. Congruence is rare, and that is why it is powerful. People often think manifestation is about ideas, affirmations, or visualization. These tools are important, but they only work when your energy matches the frequency of what you desire. Calmness is the emotional environment where that match becomes possible. Calmness is the baseline of receiving. It is the emotional signature of someone who is not desperate, someone who is not afraid, someone who trusts their place in the universe, someone who understands that what is theirs cannot pass them by. This level of trust creates a field around you that others can feel. People sense your presence. They feel drawn to your energy. Conversations unfold with ease. Opportunity appear without effort. Life begins to move in ways that surprise you. And all of it happens because you are broadcasting a coherent signal. The frequency of calmness says, I am connected. I am trusting, I am aligned, I am ready to receive. Miracles do not come to the person who is tense and gripping. They come to the person who is relaxed and open. Your energy becomes a doorway. Your calmness becomes the invitation. The universe does not ignore that invitation. It responds to it with precision. So treat calmness not as a mood, but as a practice, a daily energetic discipline. Train your nervous system the way you train a muscle. Return to calmness even when tension arises. Return to calmness even when old patterns want to take over. Return to calmness even when the outcome is uncertain. Because the more often you return to calmness, the stronger your field becomes. Calmness is how you tune your body into the frequency of miracles. Calmness is how you enter the field where possibilities exist. Calmness is how you pull the extraordinary into your ordinary life. Do not chase miracles. That is the language of fear. Become the magnet for miracles. That is the language of alignment. And alignment is born from calmness. When you embody calm, you set a frequency that the universe cannot ignore. You become the magnet, and miracles become the metal. They move toward you with natural momentum because you are no longer resisting, questioning, or doubting your place in the cosmic flow. Your calmness is the signal. Your calmness is the magnet. Your calmness is the doorway to the miraculous. When you embody calm, you don't chase miracles. You naturally draw them toward you.